Last summer, there was the tragic crash landing of the Asiana Airlines flight, and there was a 16-year-old girl who happened to survive the flight. However, she died as a result of a fire truck running over her not just once, but twice. Now, firefighters allege that the reason why it happened was it was a total mistake. It was a complete accident. They didn't realize she was there because they had sprayed foam onto the burning plane, right, to stop the fire, and as a result, she was covered by the foam and they couldn't see her. Well, there was one firefighter who was wearing a helmet cam, and CBS managed to obtain that footage. And what they found was maybe it wasn't really an accident. Take a look.
Whoa, whoa, stop. There's a body right. There's a body right there, right in front of you.
Does the new video prove the tragic accident could have been avoided? There's also this. Another camera appears to show a firefighter directing a truck around the victim.
Wow, that's super weird.
Yeah, so they apparently had seen the body. They had already told the trucks to drive around it. I don't know what happened or why she got run over, not once, but twice. But they did say that, hey, you know what, she was covered by the foam. That was confirmed. So I don't know if they were told and then they somehow forgot because of the chaos. But obviously an investigation needs to be done to figure out what exactly happened and why she got ran over twice. Apparently one lieutenant told crash investigators she made a 3-second visual assessment and thought, that's our first casualty, but did not check the girl's vital signs, which means that they probably just assumed that she was dead already.
But then what are you going to do? I mean, you shouldn't run over a dead person either.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that. And apparently 15 minutes after the driver was first alerted about the victim on the ground, he ran Yi over. The victim is Yi Meng Yuan. That's her name. And apparently the helmet camera shows another truck also drove over Yi's body minutes later. So it was 2 different trucks.
Okay. So look, I can't imagine why they would do it on purpose. I mean, how in the world would they know that girl and want to run her over? But is it gross negligence if you've been warned about the body being there and you run her over anyway? Well, that would certainly seem to be the case. They didn't want this video coming out at all. I remember an earlier story about how they tried to hide the video. Well, now you know why, right? Like anytime cops or people in authority like this, in this case, you know, the first responders are trying to make sure you don't see a video, there's something bad on the video, and that's what happened here. So obviously, you know, you were already massively distraught if you were her family, but now you've got to feel even a little worse because it seems so preventable. Now,
the firefighter who was wearing the helmet cam was not told that he needed to do so. The reason why he did that was because he was involved in another incident where a firefighter had died and there were many questions surrounding his death, and he decided, you know what, if this ever happens again, I want to be prepared. I want to have surveillance of exactly what happened at that moment. So I'm happy he had that helmet cam, and I'm also happy that he gave that footage to CBS, and now hopefully there'll be like a thorough investigation into what happened. Because if there is negligence there, people either need to be retrained or fired, or I don't know what the consequences need to be. But
every part of this story has to do with negligence. If you remember, a lot of people focused on the story in a second wave because they had done that gag where they had called the news station and said the people on the plane were something Wong, etc., right? And then everybody started talking about it all over again. So the news station was embarrassed, etc. Like there was, accident and disaster written all over this story in every imaginable way.